What the fuck is up? It is your host, Erica Nalen, and welcome back to another episode of the Hangover series.
Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Merci, bonjour, hola, guten tag, buenos noches. Hello. Hello. I am struggling today, okay? I'm struggling with what feels like I just ran a marathon, basically, is what I feel like today. I assume that when you run a marathon, you feel complete exhaustion after, and that's how I'm feeling. And we're going to get into it. We are going to get into it. I woke up at like 8 a.m. this morning and was like, holy shit, I've never felt more tired in my whole life. And I went back to bed and woke up at like 11:30 a.m. and was like, did I run a marathon that I'm unaware of? Like, what the fuck is this feeling? What is this feeling? Wicked, Ariana Grande. What is this feeling, okay? What is this feeling I am feeling? I am feeling overheated because they turned the heat on in our apartment and it has been so hot in my bedroom specifically that I haven't even been able to sleep with a blanket on my body, motherfuckers. I have been sleeping with just like air. I've been sleeping with air as my blanket because it's so hot in here. And I have a fan. It clearly doesn't do anything. And I think I need to buy like a cooling fan. I tried to sleep with my window open last night to get some like cold air in here, but there were people screaming outside and it was like really, really loud. So I couldn't do that. And I think I'm just gonna have to like build my own air conditioner or something in here because I don't think I can survive this kind of heat all winter long, okay? These men that I was with yesterday were talking about how they don't have heat and they only have air conditioning, and I was extremely jealous of their living conditions at the moment because I'm literally sweating right now. I also have a sinus infection, which I'm sure you can hear. Maybe you can't hear, but like I have that. I always get these because I have extremely intense allergies, and I get this like every single year when the weather changes, when it turns from summer to winter to fall. That happens to me. So I have that going on. I slept like good but bad because of the heat, and I was kind of a psychopath yesterday, and I did some psychopathic activities that we will get into. But hello, I hope you're all having a great fucking day, and I'm glad that you're here with me. And I wish that we were holding hands because right now I like really need to hold someone's hand or do something like that because I feel like I'm experiencing anxiety, like a little bit of it, like a little bit of uncomfortableness, honestly. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling like I'm missing personal connection because of who I was last night and what I did. But I think I'm going to go to World Market today. That's like what I told myself I'm doing after this. I just learned we have a World Market here. I think I've been to the one in Nebraska and I don't really know what happens there, but I think they have some good fucking shit that I need to get my hands on. So I think I'm going to be going to World Market after this, and I'm very excited about it. And I'm going to get some good fucking shit. And I hope they have soy sauce because I need soy sauce for what I'm going to eat later, which is vegetables with beef sticks and rice, like a stir fry. I went to the Migos concert when I was like 16 and they played stir fry. Ooh, 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 in the kitchen. Stir fry. In the kitchen. Honestly, every time I've eaten stir fry since that song dropped, I think about them. Okay. Last week's episode was an episode from 2 years ago, and the way that I used to talk 2 years ago honestly brings me pain. And a lot of times in life, I'm like, wow, I wish I had started the podcast like 3 years ago when I really wanted to do it so that I would have all these moments in my life to look back on. And then when I listened to last week's episode and how I was talking, I'm like, you know what? maybe it's a good thing I didn't start it back then, because what the fuck was I saying? Like, what on earth was I saying? And you know what? I might listen back on these one day and be like, what the fuck was I saying too? But right now, this is who I am right now. So, I'm judge-free zone. But when I listened to last week's episode again, like I listened to it once and then I listened to it again, and I was like, what the fuck was I saying? What the fuck was I saying? So, maybe it's a good thing I didn't have this 3 years ago and kept my mouth shut. But I wrote down some things today that have happened to me in this past week, because I feel like the most random shit is always happening to me, like all the time. And I feel like I'm living in a movie sometimes, or at least that's what people tell me. Like when people have normal days, I question my own life, okay? And I work fully from home, so like I am inside most of the time. But whenever I leave my house, something is happening. Every time I go outside, something is occurring. So I just wonder what would be happening in my life if I was going outside more frequently. Let's get into it. Well, the first thing that I wanted to start off with today was that if you ever need an opinion, an honest opinion about anything in life, just know that you can come to me and I will give you my full honest opinion if you want it. This morning, one of my friends texted me a picture of these shoes that she was thinking about purchasing. I think she did purchase them, but she asked me what my honest opinion on them was, and I was like, hungover, staring at them. And I was like, you know what, girl, my first thought is that these shoes look like ketchup, mustard, and relish. Okay? That was my first thought when I saw them. But I can see the moment. I could see like where you would wear them. Like if you were going to eat a hot dog or go to a baseball game or go to Portillo's. Like I can see the vision of where you would wear these shoes. But I just want you guys to know that if you ever need an opinion in your life, like one like that, like what do these remind you of? That's not what she asked me, but that's what I took her question of, do you like these? Of what do these remind you of? Which was ketchup, mustard, and relish. So if you ever need someone to tell you what something looks like, I can tell you that it is ketchup, mustard, and relish. And that is all I have to say on this topic. I went to the grocery store this week, as, I do every week because I need to eat and have groceries, which I bought a dragon fruit because I've always wanted to buy a dragon fruit. It's a giving dragon. So I saw that they had dragon fruit at the grocery store, and I bought one, and I wasn't sure how to tell if it was like ripe or not ripe, or like, I was trying to research what dragon fruit should I buy, and I went with one that to me felt perfect and gorgeous and beautiful and looked like she was about to be ripe as fuck. When I rang her up, she was $10, and I was like, wait, what the fuck? I don't want this fucking grapefruit anymore. But anxiety took over me, and I felt like I couldn't be like, I don't want this anymore, and go put it back, because then I would have had to like get out of line and caused a conundrum and called the man over to be like, hey, can you take this off? I don't want to spend $10 on a dragon fruit. Like that, having to do all of that gives me anxiety. So I just bought the $10 dragon fruit because I was like, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Just buy it. I don't want to have to go put it back. I don't want to have him take this off the thing I just rang. You know what? I just don't want it anymore. Okay. So I buy this dragon fruit and I cut open it. I cut her open. And she looked gorgeous, beautiful, stunning. But when I ate it, it tasted like nothing. It tasted like nothing, like bland water, if that's even an option in life. It tasted like bland water. Absolutely nothing. So I was like, wait, is this what dragon fruit is supposed to taste like? Like, why the fuck would this be $10 to taste like nothing? And I looked it up and it says that I just bought like a bad dragon fruit and that it's actually supposed to be really sweet, but that it's hard to get a good one. So I will never be trying Yep, I will never be trying. I will never be buying another dragon fruit in my existence until I am 97 years old because I just like threw $10 in the fucking trash for a dragon fruit that tasted like nothing. And then I was scared to eat more of it because I heard it's like a good probiotic or something. I don't know. So I was going to try to eat more of it, but it was just so bad. And then I was scared I was like going to have allergic reaction or something. I don't know. I was scared. So I didn't eat any of it. And maybe I need to get better at being able to be like, you know what, I don't want this dragon fruit anymore, and being able to take it off my grocery list. Okay. When I was leaving the grocery store after I bought this dragon fruit, I saw these men fighting outside of the grocery store. There's always shit happening outside of this grocery store. Like, literally, there's always something going on. But I've never seen people fighting outside of it. I've heard, like, verbal fighting, like, fuck you, yo, mom's a hoe. Like, I've heard that. That, I'm like, whatever. But I've never seen physical violence outside of this grocery store, and I saw that this man was like throwing this man into a window, and I was scared for myself, but that was interesting. I think they were okay. I think they just, he threw him into a window a couple times. Then, I don't really know what was happening after that, actually. I was trying not to stare at them because I get scared that when I stare at people, when things like that are happening, that they're going to think that I want to be involved in their fighting, and I want absolutely nothing to do with their fighting. I used to like insert myself in fights at the bar. That sounds really bad. I used to like be that person that would be like, guys, break it up. Like, I feel like you guys can just hug it out. And people would be like, Erica, stop doing that. You are not a peacemaker. They will punch you in the face. So part of me wanted to no part of me wanted to insert myself in that, but part of me wished they could read my mind and just hug it out. I don't know what they were fighting about, but if they could just hug it out, that would be really helpful. Another thing that happened this week was a lot of people have been telling me that I have an intense Midwest accent, which I think we've gone over this. I think I've told you guys this, but do I have an accent? Like, I'm not sure. I feel like maybe sometimes I do, maybe sometimes I don't. But someone this week, I was talking to them on the phone, and they were like, where are you from? Like, where are you from? And I was like, Nebraska. And they're like, oh my gosh, you have such a Midwest accent. Like, you have the most Midwest of Midwest accents. And I was like, oh, like I sometimes get that a lot. Like, people do often ask me, like, where I'm from because they think I have an accent. What the fuck is a Midwest accent? Like, I didn't even know that was a thing. Like, what? I know there's a Southern accent, obviously, but, like, Midwest? I feel like none of my friends have Midwest accents that are from Nebraska. Like, is this something that I'm performing? Do you guys think I have a Midwest accent? Like, help a girl out, because I had no idea. I say this every time. I'm like, I had no idea I had an accent. But I get that all the time. And I don't know, maybe I like get an accent when I'm nervous and I'm talking to strangers on the phone. Like, I don't know why she comes out randomly, but that's what's up. I also accidentally left someone a voicemail at work this week of me singing the song by Haley by Haley Steinfeld. The song Most Girls. I accidentally thought that I had hung up the phone because I do a lot of cold calling at work, and I thought that I had hung up the phone. This has happened to me before, honestly, like, don't tell my job, but this has happened to me before where I've accidentally, like, sang a little tune, but never to this extent. Like, I fully thought I hung up the phone. Most Girls was playing in the background. I turn it up in between my voicemails, and I was like, most girls feel best in the tiny dresses. And I was, like, really getting into it, but, like, full on belching. Like, I was not singing like how I just sang to you. Like, I was full on belching this motherfucking song. And then I go to call someone else, turn the music down, and I realize I'm still leaving a voicemail. And that is one of my biggest fears in life, honestly, actually. I know that when I get a voicemail from someone that is, like, calling people, whatever, in sales, like, I immediately delete it because I know what it is. So I personally am immediately deleting it, okay? So that's what I like pray and hope happens when I fuck up and accidentally leave a voicemail of me singing like that. That is what I pray and hope for. But is that actually what people do? I don't know. I don't know. My biggest fear is that someone would release that voicemail of me singing. And maybe I shouldn't even be sharing this right now, but that's my fear. Is that voicemail would get leaked. Would get leaked, as if that's like something terrible, but like it's terrible to me. Okay. Another thing that happened this week that I thought was really important that we needed to discuss was that I tried the flaming hot burrito from Taco Bell. Of course. I feel like if you're new here, I feel like if you're a human being, like everyone loves Taco Bell. Drunk. Everyone loves it drunk, and everyone loves it sober. You know, I have beef with people that are like, I cannot believe you eat Taco Bell. I can't believe you would eat that soberly. Like, Jennifer, I can't believe that you wouldn't eat a fucking bean cheese burrito, bitch. Like, who the fuck are you? I love Taco Bell. That is like what I'm getting. If I would soberly eat it, but like when I'm drunk, it just hits 10 times better. And the other night, I DoorDashed so much Taco Bell, which that is like one of my really bad habits is ordering way too much food that my drunk self like totally can't eat. But one of the items I got was the flaming hot burrito because I've been seeing so many mukbangs of it on TikTok and so many videos of people eating flaming hot burritos from Taco Bell because that's one of my favorite videos to watch is people eating food online. Like that is something I'm obsessed with. I love to eat what? I love to watch people eat on TikTok. Like the Chili's ones, those are my favorite. I've watched hundreds of them and everyone gets the same fucking thing, but it's just enjoyable to like look at it. I like the Taco Bell ones and just like the random ones, honestly. But I watched so many videos of people eating this flaming hot burrito from Taco Bell and everyone was like raving about it, saying it was so good. One guy on TikTok bought like hundreds of them and froze them because he's scared that they're going to go away. So when I saw that video, I was like, holy shit, I'm scared it's going away and I haven't even tried it. Let me get my hands on it. And I didn't like it. I didn't like the flaming hot burrito at Taco Bell. I didn't like it, okay? And I wish that I did. I think it's because the rice was like super red and apparently it's made with like flaming hot seasoning in the rice and I think that's what got me. Or the fact that maybe I just don't like flaming hot. I don't know. But I wasn't obsessed with it. I don't even know if I went to Taco Bell last night, of course, but I don't know if they had it anymore. But I didn't like it. So personally, as someone that watched hundreds of videos of people eating it and then tried it last night, or not last night, last week, or whenever the fuck I ate it, I didn't like it, okay? But what I do like at Taco Bell is the beefy 5-layer burrito, and that is what I have been getting for years. And everyone that I put onto the beefy 5-layer burrito, they are like, holy fuck, my life was just changed. So if you are also someone that loves to eat Taco Bell when you're drunk or sober, get the beefy 5-layer burrito and just like tell me about it because it literally changes your life. And if you want to know an insider secret, I don't know if this is an insider secret, but I'm making it an insider secret. If you get an extra side of cheese on the side and you dip your beefy 5-layer burrito into the cheese, like fuck me sideways. It's so fucking good, okay? Get that beefy 5-layer I can't speak. Get the beefy 5-layer burrito. Get the cheese on the side and everybody's on mute, okay? What we really need to talk about right now is the fact that I went on a trolley yesterday that I thought was, I feel like I thought I was going to have a chill day kind of yesterday. Like I knew I was going to be drunk, but I don't think I realized what my drunk actions were going to lead me to be doing. I feel like, I've been realizing I might be the problem when I'm drunk. I do things that sober me would have the courage to be like, you know what? No, you should go to bed and you should shut up. But drunk me is like, let me do something crazy. So we went on a trolley for my friend's little sister's birthday, and it was so much fun. It was so much fun. I have never been on a trolley before. I think I was supposed to go on a trolley on St. Patrick's Day, but then they like ran out of trolleys or something, so they gave us a party bus instead. And party buses are fun too, but I feel like trolleys were cooler because it's not like dark in there and there's windows. And so we went on a trolley. I was very excited because the trolley was red. We're drinking some drinks. I'm really bad at like chugging seltzers, and my friend was like trying to get me to chug the seltzer, and I'm like, I can't do this. We stopped at our first bar, which is actually like right by my apartment. It's called Butch McGuire's. I went to a singles night there one time, and there were like 3 people there. I don't even know if they were single, but someone the other day told me that going to singles nights things is giving desperate. And I'm just here to say, like, I don't think it's giving desperate. I think it's giving smart and innovative. Like, yeah, I would like to go to somewhere where only single people are going to be. How else am I supposed to find my husband, okay? Okay. But we went to this bar and we got espresso martinis. I was not expecting like an Irishy dive bar to have really good espresso martinis for some reason. Like, I thought this place was just for vodka sodas, but I saw someone get an espresso, so I got an espresso, and it was so fucking good. And I actually like kind of want it right now, and I'm like, should I go get that after this before I go to World Market? Maybe I should. I just like don't know if they have the courage to do that when other people are in there, but it sounds kind of refreshing. Okay, anyways, I'm getting off track just thinking about it, but people were in the craziest costumes ever. It was beautiful, which now I'm like, wait, was I supposed to dress up for Halloween this weekend and not next weekend? Because I'm Freddy Krueger is coming out of me next weekend. I am Freddy of the Krueger. And then I have another costume, but it's a surprise because I feel like if I tell people what it is, people are going to steal it. So I've only told maybe like 5 people. So maybe it's not a secret, but there was like this man that was a monkey, and I was asking him so many questions about his costume because I was like, I want to be you. And then there were these other women that were like those puffy things that are outside of gas stations, and I was like, wait, I want to be you. And there were just so many people dressed up yesterday at all the bars, and I'm like, wait, I want to be you. I love people that dress up. Okay, we went there. I think I was feeling the alcohol in me. I was like begging someone to take a tequila shot with me, and my friends were like, Erica, we'll take a tequila shot, but not yet. Like, we have a long ways to go. And like, for some reason, after I have one drink in my system, I'm like, I want a tequila shot. Like, that is just all that goes through my brain. Like, is that a problem? Maybe. I don't know what happens to me. I have one alcoholic beverage or 5, and then I'm like, I need a tequila shot. And then I'm like harassing people, like, who wants a tequila shot? Does anyone want a tequila shot? Do you want a tequila shot? Should we take tequila shots? Like, holy moly, banana. That's how I feel. So we get back on the party bus. We're dancing. We're living our lives. We go to the second bar. No clue what it was called. Finally, I get people to take tequila shots with me. They were actually like so delicious. But then we went and got dinner after at this place called Happy Camper and got pizzas and all these things. And I think I was flirting with the waiter. I was either flirting with him or I wanted him to be my best friend. And I was like, can we have free birthday shots, you know? Please give us that. And he did give us free birthday, like, champagne White Claw things that you chug. I think I chugged it like way too aggressively. Scary. But that was happening. I love pizza. We got a pretzel. I want it right now. I'm like low-key starving all of a sudden. And this is where I need to go home. When I start doing things like this, like, it is time for me to go home. So I also saw on TikTok that people were like, you should go up to someone and be like, oh my God, hey, Jimmy, like, we went to high school together. How are you? So I did that. We were going to the bathroom at Happy Camper, and we were walking past these 2 guys. And I was like, oh my God, hey. And they were like, hey. And I was like, we went to high school together. How are you guys? And they were like, we did? And I was like, yes. Like, what the fuck is up? And, I'm not going to say my acting skills are chef's kiss, but I think that they are chef's kiss because my friend fully believed that I like, maybe I should have told her I didn't know these people, but she fully believed that I went to high school with these people too. Like, she was like, oh my God, you went to high school with them? I was like, no, I don't know them. But they were like, what high school did you go to? Like, when did you graduate high school? Like, I can't believe we went to high school together. And I was like, what high school did you guys go to? Because I went to that one that you guys are like talking about. And they said they went to Brookfield. And I was like, yep, couldn't have said it better myself. Then we go to the bathroom. My friend's like fully also convinced that I went to high school with these people. I'm like, girl, I don't know these people. Like, it's something I saw on TikTok, yada, yada, yada. We go back upstairs. We're talking to them again. And they're like, we're on a party bus right now. Do you guys want to come on the party bus with us when we leave this bar? And I'm like, yes, absolutely yes. I want to go on this party bus with you guys. Like, what the fuck? Don't say the word party and bus. And do you want to come to me after I've had however many drinks I've had? Those words cannot be said to me and I'm going to say no. Like, never in my life would I say no. So I say yes. And I'm looking at my friend like hyperventilating, like, please, you have to come with me, please. Like, please. Let's go on this party bus. And she's like, okay, yeah, I'm down. So we go on this party bus, which I don't know if this is like a red flag or a green flag about me, but this is the second time where I've been invited on strangers' party buses, and I actually went. One time, or I guess the last time this happened, I was like 18 years old in the Ozarks, which is a lake in Missouri, and these like 40-year-old men invited us on their party bus and we went. And that was sketch, okay? That one was sketchy. This one was less sketchy because they were more like our age. But anyways, we go on the party bus. I was like, should we ask the other people like if it's fine that we come on? They're like, no, just come on. Like no one will notice you. Obviously, right when we get on the party bus, the other people on the bus are like, who the fuck are these two women? Like, who are these people? And I'm like, scared. They're like, who are they? I'm like, I went to high school with them. Yeah, it was really warm in there. Like, I was like, I'm sweating, but we had fun. They played good music. I was like, in and out of it. They gave me a seltzer. There was a man sitting on my lap at one point. I don't know if they ran out of seats or something, but he was like, I'm sitting on her lap. And I was like, yeah, okay. That was happening. I feel like I've been flipping people off a lot when I'm drunk recently. I should probably work on that. I think I was flipping the man off next to me a lot. Like, he would be like, what's your name? And I would just like flip him off. Help. Like, sorry, there's a man sitting on me and I can't breathe right now because of it. But also, sometimes when someone sits on me and I like am doing fine, like I'm not like feeling ill, I just realized I don't know if I have my jacket from last night. I'm like, wait, where are any of the clothes I wore last night? Where is my purse? Okay, anyways, I guess I'll look into that after this. But that was happening, and then we went to this bar called Goodnight John Boy. And that's where I was like, I don't think I should be in public anymore. I needed to go to Taco Bell. That's exactly what we did. We went to Taco Bell, I ate it, and I got home at like 10:30 p.m. because I think we started the party bus at like 1 p.m., but we went everywhere. And I feel like that's why it feels like I ran a marathon, because I did run a marathon. A marathon for the Chicago bars. A marathon for my life. A marathon for the ones of the course. Of the oohs and the ah. Okay, guys, I think I'm sweating. And I think sometimes when I'm this hungover, my head feels foggy. And I've been really into asking ChatGPT lately, like, what is this feeling? And I feel like that's what I'm going to do after this. I'm going to type into ChatGPT, like, I drank a lot last night. I convinced people to buy tequila shots. Just kidding. I think I bought them myself. I got on a party bus with random strangers. A man was sitting on my lap. Then I woke up this morning and my head feels foggy. What could this mean? And then ChatGPT is always like, babe, you're experiencing a hangover. And I'm always like, you nailed it. You nailed it. You know, you would think I would understand a hangover at this point, considering who I am, but I still don't understand it sometimes. I think that I should encourage everyone, the mothers, the fathers, the grandchildren, the grandpas, the grandmas, the people of the world. I'm gonna encourage you all to try and get on a random party bus this upcoming weekend, okay? You hear the word party, you hear the word burst. You hear the word party, you hear the word bus, and you say, I'm in. You say, I'm on it. You say, let me in that door, motherfucker. You say, I am the party bus. Choo choo, honk honk, let's go, motherfucker. Yeah, you are the party bus, and you will be the bus of the party. I encourage you all to get on a party bus this weekend. Whether you bought it yourself or it's a stranger, get on it. Get on it and make that shit fun. Okay, oh God. I think I'm gonna attempt to go to World Market. I'm kind of scared. I think it's like a 34-minute walk, but I feel like it would be good for me to be out in nature and be one with the world. I think that would be good for me to put on some sunglasses, to go outside, maybe get some Panera Bread soup on the way home because, yeah, need. Or I'm like, do I go to Sephora? Like, I want to go to World Market, but I also like don't feel like navigating new roads. I hate using a GPS sometimes when I'm in this state of mind because it's like I'm trying to focus on breathing, I'm trying to focus on walking, I'm trying to focus on people, I'm trying to focus on a lot of things, and then like trying to focus on where I'm walking via map and like not getting hit by a car adds a lot of stress to me. But if I go to Sephora, I know exactly how to get to Sephora. Don't need a map. So maybe I'll just do that instead. I really want a face mask. Anyways, I hope that you are all having a wonderful, beautiful, gorgeous, sexy day. Why did that word come out of my mouth? I hope that you are having a great day. Okay. And I hope that you guys get my humor because sometimes I'm scared that people don't understand me. And I will not be understood, but the understands of the stood. Okay. Well, I hope you're all having a great day and thank you for tuning in. I will see you next week, motherfuckers. Goodbye.